Take 7.
Okay.
Hello again. My name is David Watts, and I have with me Tom Boucher from Emulex. Sorry, I need to put my teeth back in. Hello again. My name is David Watts, and I have with me Tom Boucher from Emulex. And today we're going to be talking about the new IBM Flex System CN4052 and the CN4058S adapters. These are 10 gig Ethernet adapters for converged networking. The main difference is that the CN4058S is an 8-port adapter, and this one's the 2-port adapter, right?
Correct.
Any other differences between them? And they're very physically almost identical.
Sure. So one of the major differences is that the 8S card, the 4058S, has 2 chips on it, while the 4052 has a single chip. So the 4058 gives you the ability of taking advantage of the direct I/O path that the Flex system has, so that each chip has a dual redundant connection to the system bus. And so then you have, half of the ports go to one switch bay and the other half of the ports go to the other switch bay, so you can have a fully hardware redundant solution. While the 2-port still has a redundant connection where each part goes to one switch, you have a single chip on there. So in the case of a failure of the card itself, you'd lose all of the network connectivity on the single adapter.
And these adapters both have new features such as Rocky support, right?
Correct. So since this is the next generation of our chip that's part of the VFA5 family, they've introduced two new features. We have the overlay networking offload engine, and then we have the RDMA over converged Ethernet, or Rocky, capability that are introduced on these. So overlay networking is a new functionality built into either VMware or Microsoft Hyper-V that allows you to create multiple layer 3 networks that are fully separate. I kind of joke that Coke and Pepsi can be on the same server, but their networks never touch, type thing. And then RDMA over converged Ethernet, or Rocky, is a new feature that Windows is taking advantage of, using their new protocol they call SMB Direct, and it allows you to do a low latency Ethernet read and write across the Ethernet adapter. So if you're doing something like live migration on a Hyper-V solution on a Flex platform, you could have a much lower CPU utilization, much faster migration of a VM from one host to the other inside the platform.
And these new adapters are part of the VFA5 family, the Emulex VFA5 Virtual Fabric Adapter,
yes.
Generation 5.
Yes.
So these adapters also support VNIC, right?
Yes, they support
NIC virtualization?
Yes, we support 3 types of VNIC. The original mode that was called VNIC when it first came out is now called Virtual Fabric mode. And then we have the switch independent mode that can work with any of the switches in the Flex chassis that allows you to create the virtual ports. And then there's the new mode, the Universal Fabric port, that allows us to do a more advanced version of virtual NIC that's a combination with the IBM Ethernet switches.
And each adapter supports 4 virtual NICs per port.
Correct.
Right?
So on the 2-port card, that'd give us 8 virtual NICs per adapter, and then on the 8-port card, we could do up to 32 virtual NICs per adapter.
And these adapters also support converged networking, right?
Correct, yes. Well, we have both the capability to do fiber channel over Ethernet or iSCSI over Ethernet, depending on which functionality you want. Both also see new and improved performance numbers over the previous generation card, probably close to 2x what we were able to do with the previous family of adapters.
Right. And I think the plan is that these are, the FCOE and iSCSI support is going to be available via an optional part number upgrade, right? Feature-on-demand upgrade?
Correct. What we do with the adapters is you can purchase them as a network adapter up front, and then if you want to add the storage capability, the FCOE or iSCSI, they come via a feature-on-demand key that you apply to the server, and then the server enables the storage functionality of the adapter.
So we have, and this is the new X240M5 compute node for Flex system, and the servers support 1 or 2 in the 2 connections at the front.
Correct.
One thing to note too, of course, is that these cards don't have ports for the transceivers, right?
Correct.
That's a pretty big advantage.
Yeah, it's a very big cost savings. One of the reasons people look at a Flex platform is to consolidate usage, and with an 8-port card in a rack server, you would actually have 8 optical connections out the back, and those are, on average, about $1,000 for a port. So if I can take 8 optics off of this, it's a significant savings over a rack design.
Yeah. All right, shall we install it and see how it connects in? So to install the CN4058S into slot 1 on the machine, just fit into the connector, push down, and there you have it. And you can put the second adapter into slot number 2 on the machine as well. So with these adapters installed, you get a pretty good overall efficient system, right?
Yes, because of the offload engines that we have on our adapter, the capability is to reduce the load of the CPU doing some of the tasks for overlay networking or Rocky. You could see almost up to 50 watts of power consumption change because of the offload capabilities of these adapters.
So there you have it. So these are the new Flex System CN4058S and the Flex System CN4052 adapters for Flex System from Emulex. Tom, thanks very much.
Thank you.
We'll see you later.